thank you for watching another video of mine. I'm excited to be here again. So in today's video, I thought I would show you around where I live. So we're currently standing in the entryway. I live in a 3-bedroom townhouse. So this is a place where we've been for 2 years so far, and I absolutely love it. This is just a space that really does inspire me. I love that majority of everything is white. I love little details like the skirting boards, the high ceilings, and also we have marble bench tops as well, which I think is such a luxurious feature as well. So I just wanted to take you around so you can have a look. I'll just mention some cleaning tips as well so that you can carry that into your own home, and hopefully that can help you stay organized and be able to live in a calm and relaxing environment. So before I get started, I wanted to tell you a little story about how we got this place. So 5 years ago, I used to work in this suburb where we are currently, and I used to go to the gym. And I remember one time I stepped out of the gym and I walked back into my car and I sat there and I saw this development being built, and I was just sitting in the car thinking, that looks so beautiful. I'd love to be able to live somewhere like that one day. And little did I know, 5 years down the track, when my husband and I were looking at a space to rent, this one popped up on the app that I was on, and I thought, oh my gosh, that is the exact development that I was hoping to live in one day and dreaming about living in one day. So we definitely booked an appointment to look at this space, and it was just one of those things where you walk in, you have a look, and you just think, this is perfect, 100%. So I was just really happy that my husband was on board. In saying all that, I think God definitely hears us. You know, it doesn't have to be a prayer. It doesn't have to be so formal that we need to write it down and then spend an hour with God asking him if you can have something. Sometimes God wants to bless you and give you the desires of your heart. So it's just a blessing that I can be here now 5 years down the track, because I still love this space. I've been here 2 years, like I mentioned, and it's just perfect for myself and my family. So I'm really happy. Anyway, so I'm going to take the phone. It's currently on a tripod, so I'll just take that off and show you around the entryway, and then we'll move through the different spaces in the house. Here is the entryway. There is a little shoe cupboard which fits most of our shoes, which is great. Obviously I don't keep any heels in there, but for the day-to-day shoes I keep there, and jogging shoes and things like that. Then we have our mirror. Unfortunately we couldn't hang that one up, otherwise I would. There you go, lovely flooring. And then we have our garage door just there on the left. And then on the other side, we have all our wedding photos, which I absolutely love. I think these frames are very elegant, classic and sophisticated, which is why I chose those. I'll show you that one as well. That one's really cute. So then we go into the lounge room and kitchen, which I'm not going to show you just yet, because here on the right, we have the laundry and a spare toilet just in there. Welcome to my laundry. So before I just take you around so you can see more of the details of this space, I just wanted to point out a few things that might help you. So with the washing machines, I do recommend you buy front loaders, because first of all, they wash a lot better, and they're also better for storage. So as you can see down the bottom, I have the washing machine, and then on the top we have the dryer. So that is definitely better for storage, because if there was a top loader there, you couldn't stack anything on top. So that's why that is really good. And then further along up there, we have a washing basket. So we do have washing baskets upstairs as well, but this is great to have down here if there's any tea towels or obviously things we need to throw in the wash when we're downstairs. It's convenient to pop up there. So as a part of the decoration, I have some orchids here, and I've got them throughout the house, and I just think they're such a beautiful, elegant flower to have. So I highly recommend that if you want to just make your space a little bit prettier. And then we have the marble benches, which really add to the whole overall style of the space. So I'm going to go ahead now and show you so you can have a closer look. I've just turned the lights on so you can see a little bit better. We've got some hooks there to hang up the hats, which is very convenient. I have this little bowl here just for my husband, because he always has things that he needs to empty out of his pocket. So If you have a husband or a partner at home, then definitely grab one of these for them because it's just very convenient, and it still looks okay. You know, it doesn't look messy or anything because everything is put in that bowl and instead of all over the countertops. So everything is very nice and clean and organized, and all the products I keep in here. So I'll give you a quick look. Over here, I just keep in a little tub heavy duty cleaning things and even leather polish and things like that. And then here is a little cleaning caddy which I take all over the house. So I've got some Jif, Windex, disinfectant wipes, and all these different types of cleaning materials. So I have the cloths, and then these are so great to clean benches with and wipe any water away. Such a good product, but anyway, I just wanted to show you that. Okay, and then we just have the toilet here downstairs, very simple. And over here I keep my steamer, so I don't have a ironing board or an iron. I just have this, which is really, really convenient. The only thing is that obviously the storage is a bit tricky. Ideally, I would have liked to have a cupboard for this one, but that's okay. We work with what we have. All I do is keep that behind the door, and whenever someone comes in, they won't be able to see that directly, so that's fine. And here we have some hooks at the back, just because we don't have a coat rack out the front in the entryway. So we just keep things here, which is great because it's hidden again, which I like. It just makes the space look nice and clean. Let's now move into the lounge room and kitchen. I love this space. I keep it nice and neutral looking, and I do have pops of color like those flowers there in the corner. We have the patio area. There we go. We did have a furniture set there outside about 6 months ago, but we decided to remove it because it was just getting dirty outside. And we thought, since we have the couch here, we feel like we're outside anyway because we can open these doors right up. So yeah, we're going to rethink that space outside. And yeah, we'll see what we do with it in the next few months. But anyway, there's the lounge. So this is an art piece that I painted a few months ago, and I think it works quite well with the space. The colors and everything tied all in together. Okay, and this table I really love. So this is a really beautiful coffee table from IKEA. But the thing is, I have to mention is when you think about buying something like this, it's just not the most practical when it comes to cleaning, because there's dust that gets in between here. So in order to clean it properly, you have to remove the glass, and that's something I can't do without my husband because I don't want it breaking, obviously. So that's a little bit difficult. And then also you have the bottom panel here, and that also attracts a lot of dust. And if you're someone that doesn't need storage under there, then it becomes a waste of space that you just have to clean every week. So I just thought that that was a little bit annoying, and in the future I probably would choose something that doesn't have that panel underneath. But anyway, just all things to think about when you are decorating. I just think it's very important to keep things stored away and off the benches and things as much as possible, because as you can see here, it's very easy to clean because there's not many ornaments and picture frames and everything that I have to constantly move around when I dust. So there's my wedding picture, and then I have all the nicer glasses stored in this cabinet. Okay, let's move into the kitchen. This is quite a small kitchen, but we manage, and we are able to maintain all our kitchen things and have it all in this space anyway. Even though we're borderline, everything is still organized because it's not overflowing. So one thing I can really recommend with kitchens and keeping things tidy, probably in general and around the house, is don't stress too much about how you store things in the cupboard, because at the end of the day, that's what cupboards are for. They're there to hide the mess and to hide the noise. I see videos on Instagram, and you know how people really organize things down to the T, where they put cereals in beautiful looking containers and then they label it and things like that. And that does take a lot of time. I just don't see how people can find the time to do that. So anyway, I'll show you what the cupboards look like inside. I like to keep things clean and so that there's no food and crumbs hanging around anywhere. But as far as worrying about the way cereal boxes look and the way labeling and all the products look together, I don't worry about it because they're all hidden away in the cupboard. So it's still a no stress zone. So we have the dishwasher there, which is very convenient, and then all the cupboards, storage space, and we've got the stove and the fridge here. I'll give you a little peek of what it looks like inside. You can imagine if this was an open cupboard where you could see all the products. I personally would think this looks too chaotic and too hideous because of all the colors and branding and everything. But if it's hidden away like this, I have no problems with it. It's all about being practical and efficient as well in life. We keep some extra cups down there and the cereals there. So let's head upstairs now. I'm going to take you into the main bedroom first. So this is a little hallway. My husband has a little study desk here. This space is definitely not styled, but I've just left it up to him now. This is his space, so it's up to him what he wants to do. An office would be a fun thing to style one day, but for now, I'm just leaving that. Here is the main bedroom. In the evenings, oftentimes I come up here and I just sit and read a book or watch some YouTube videos, and I find it just really relaxing. So very simple, like I said, but it's just, there's so much noise in today's world, you know, when you go out, and it's always chaos and a lot going on. So it's just nice to have a space where it's simply not as chaotic. I would love to put curtains up here, but since we are renting, we're not going to do that at this point in time. We still have those roller blinds, so that's great obviously for when we're sleeping. It keeps all the light out. I have this IKEA drawer, which I keep some clothes in, and also this wardrobe, which has full-length mirrors. And in there, my husband has a section and I have the other section. So I fit most of my clothes there. And then I also have that whole set of drawers. Before I show you the ensuite, I just wanted to show you these here. These are lighters. So instead of using matches, these are great, I find, because it just doesn't leave any mess or soot. And that keeps the carpets clean, and even flooring downstairs, like the wooden floors, it doesn't smudge any black or anything anywhere. So definitely have these around your home instead of matches. The other thing as well I just thought of is rugs. Try not to have too many in your home because they are quite hard to clean, obviously, because you have to remove them, vacuum them, dust them out, or even get them cleaned professionally. So at the moment we only have one rug in the home, and then everything else we just have small little mats in the bathroom that we can just throw in the washing machine. So even though they look great, they do tie a room in together. So even in dining rooms and bedrooms they work really well, but just really think of the practicality reasons more so, because it can really be a nightmare if you spill something, and very time consuming. So anyway, let's head into the ensuite. So we have one sink in here, obviously the toilet, and then the shower. We do have room for a laundry basket, and yeah, in general I find that it works quite well for us. So I'll just give you a quick peek. I keep things very minimal in here. What we do wish one day is that we have more storage, because we find it's just not enough for my husband and I. But anyway, still grateful for what we have here. And then one thing I wanted to mention as well about toilets, if you're thinking about installing one or anything like that in your home, then think about getting a bowl that is more rounded rather than square. It can be so hard to clean. See how that one's like square? It's very hard to get the brush into those little corners. So there's just something to think about. Let's head on over to the last bathroom, and then I'll show you the last bedroom as well. Here we have my beautiful pictures from my honeymoon. So many good memories. We took a trip to the Maldives, which was just such a beautiful place. I feel so lucky to have been able to go there. So cute. Anyway, here is the last bathroom. So this one has a bath inside. Very much the same looking as all the other ones, but just a lot bigger. So we have space for more. As you can see, we've got the orchids to decorate this space. And we turn that around and that's the area there. I don't know if you notice the sound and how loud fans are here, but that's one thing I also recommend if you're building or anything like that, to try and make sure that the fan and the light is separate, because here, if I turn the light on, that means the fan comes on, and I find it so stressful in the morning because it is quite loud, and many times you just don't need the fan on because you're not having a hot shower. So okay, let's move into the final room, which is my office. I have some projects going on at the moment, which is why I have some shoes and different things lying around. There's some frames there that I need to do something with. I'm thinking I might put some inspiring quotes on there or Bible verses, which will be nice, but I'm still thinking. So if you have any ideas, let me know. But this is my space in general. This also has good lighting, this office. You might already know this, but with townhouses, since they're built so closely together, that means we don't have any windows on the sides of the house. So that really does limit the amount of lighting that comes in. I'm grateful that at least I have some light in this office, and when I feel like I need some sun some days, which is very important, I always make sure I'm in here because it makes me feel happier. So you'll probably recognize this artwork and the couch because this is where I do most of my filming. And this table here, I always move around. I randomly have sitting here at the moment, but I usually use this one for product pictures and things like that. So this is an office chair I really love, not just because it's white, but because it's very, very easy to clean. And this is something that you can keep an eye on when you're shopping for an office chair. And this comes with everything you buy in the house. Just make sure they're easy to clean. So a lot of the time office chairs have thick legs and things like that, and it just gives it a chance for dust to gather. So with this one, I barely have to wipe this one because the legs are so thin that dust can't really sit on it. So I think it's great. I hope you enjoyed that tour of my house. I just really wanted to show you the area in which I live. I didn't mention too much about where I got different products from, but feel free to ask me in the comments below. But anyway, I hope you could see the type of style that I have here at home, and hopefully it gave you some ideas in your own home. I'm definitely not an interior designer or anything like that, but I do appreciate a nice looking space. To end this video, I wanted to leave you with some tips on how to keep your home clean and organized. When you're looking at the items that you have in your home, try and store things that are for outdoor activities and for the outdoors in your garage. So for example, camping, beach toys, picnic rugs, tools, and everything like that. And then everything that's for inside activities and things that belong inside in general, inside, because with the garage, I don't consider it a clean area. I definitely don't walk around without shoes in there. Some people do. I've even seen some people vacuum their garage. I mean, if you want to do that, go ahead. But I personally think that it should be classified as an outdoor space because the car comes in there and it just gets very dusty and dirty. So that brings me to my other point. One way of keeping your home very clean is by not having your shoes indoors. Now, this is something that is not very common in Australia, and I know in America, I'm not sure about other places in Europe, but in Sweden, the rule is definitely not to have your shoes inside. And we live by that here, even though I'm in Australia and live with my husband, who is South African, and he agrees with not having any shoes in the house because that just brings all sorts of germs and dirt into the house. So yeah, and that means we don't have to obviously vacuum or mop as often. Another tip I wanted to mention is clean as you go and teach everybody else who lives in the home to do so as well. I find that it just creates a stress-free environment, and then that way everything is ready to go for your next task. So for example, the kitchen, the rule here is to clean up when you're finished eating and wipe off all the benches, so the next time someone comes down to make a meal or someone comes down to make a tea or something, you don't have to move your mug around or move things around just because there's crumbs everywhere. So clean as you go, that's really important. And it just helps you to be less stressed when the cleaning day comes around. You don't have to worry about it all as much. And the last thing I wanted to mention is pick a day for cleaning. So this does take determination and you need to be able to focus, but it does ensure that you get everything done. So if it helps, do up an Excel spreadsheet of a cleaning list that you have to do, so the errands that you have to run and the food that you need to pick up. I find this works pretty well because then you can really focus and zone in on the tasks that you need to do. And then throughout the week, you can just do the little bits of cleaning, like keeping the kitchen shelves nice and clean and crumb free, and also wiping the fridges down every few days if there's fingerprints or little bits of food inside the fridge. And like I mentioned before, if you're wondering about any of the furniture or anything that you saw here, just pop a comment below and I'll respond to those as soon as I can. I hope you enjoyed this house tour and I'll see you in my next video. Have a great week. Bye.